Hi guys, welcome back. It's Christy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with a collective reading for the new moon in Gemini. Now, don't forget tonight to put your affirmations into the window, write them down, and put your favorite crystals, preferably one of them being jade, preferably one of them being moonstone, to use this energy to bring into fruition whatever it is you want to bring into fruition. Now, remember, when you are doing your new moon affirmations, use that healing love from your heart as you write, and that amplifies the energy because you have healing energy in your heart. Before you fast forward, listen up. For a lot of you who reached out to me about doing your Akashic records, for some of my clients, I sent your information to my mentor, who's amazing and so powerful. What was mind blowing is the fact that I sent your information to her and she wrote me back and said, "You're going to do this. You can do this. Stop being afraid. You can do this. If you can do past life regressions, you can do their Akashic records." And I just smiled. And she was like, "Stop being fearful. Embrace basically who I am." And so for all of you who've been asking me to do your Akashic records, book for next weekend. So next Sunday, next Thursday, or next Saturday. So she and I will have a conversation tomorrow just about what my thoughts are. And I know I can do it, but it's just that I'll be honest with you, my fear was seeing what you guys went through, and I didn't know how that would affect me. I see a lot when I communicate to you guys, and so I know this is my life path and purpose, and I can't be afraid because it was like, oh my God, like what if I see this? What if I see that? And I need to understand that Spirit, God, Source has put me here for this specific reason, and I can't back out when I've already surrendered and said I will. So thank you for those who have booked sessions. Thank you for those who have booked multiple readings, to my clients that talk to me on a daily. I love you all. And you see, I didn't get nervous when I said it that time. But so go ahead, check out the website, look at the services there, and you'll find Akashic Records reading. Okay? Now, for those of you who are not following the channel or subscribe to the channel, but you watch me all the time, I want you to subscribe because there's going to be some cool things coming to the channel and I don't want you to miss out. For those of you who would like to donate to the channel, you can. If you can't, subscribing to the channel is the same form as a donation. You can do it here, or you can do your energy exchange donation via following me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. Now, I've said all of that. Thank you for not fast forwarding. As you can see, I'm a little nervous, but I have to open up and I have to share my heart just as much as you guys share your heart with me when you're writing to me and you're, being so amazing. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And I just wanted to say I love you all and thank you for allowing me to be this great being of light and supporting you on your journey. I've gotten all of your oh my God, I don't want to get emotional. I got all of your emails and you guys tell me how amazing I am, how incredible I am. And I just want you to know it doesn't go unnoticed because you guys keep me pushing. I'm always running to, different shops to get the right cards for you guys. Like, you guys really just don't know how much you've helped mold me each day, and and just stepping out on faith and the beautiful things that are happening in my life because you guys are referring clients. You guys are stepping out on your path and your life purpose, and you send me updates and you ask questions, and anybody will tell you I never am like a money gouger. I'm like, oh, that's this amount. If anything, I'm sneaking you a little extra something if I'm sending you something you ordered, or for some of you guys, I'll just see something that's for you and I'll send it to you if I have your address. It's just, the love, the energy, everything is there. And I just want to thank you guys. You guys are my family. and we are in this together, because these next 4 months are about to get beautiful, yet so pushing us further into our life path, or forwards towards our life path and purpose. And your gifts are about to expand like you've never imagined. So stay tuned, guys. There's more amazing things coming to the channel, as well as classes. All right, guys. Don't timestamp this, okay? But I want you guys to get all of that information. You email me, you write me, I got you. So let's dive into the reading for the collective. So the first card that came out is the Tower card, okay? And so what's really amazing is that when I was shuffling the cards, I saw the Tower. And so this is talking about a lot of us in the collective have gone through that breaking you down to build you back up. And a lot of you in the collective have gone through that separation, or gone through that dark night of the soul, if you're involved in a twin flame connection, right? And so this is what this is talking about. You have 10, you have the symbol for 5 for changes, and you have 1. So numerology is my thing. Like numbers, I pay attention. Like that's really, my gift is really starting to expand with that. And so with this, it's just saying, like, you had to be breaking down. You had to be broke down to be built back up in the way that you're meant to be. Remember, you've had many past lives. And so with this, it's just trying to prepare you for what you're destined to be. So don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged. Don't feel like your life is being ripped apart. In these moments, remember I taught you guys in the class how to transmute your energy. In these moments, this is when you need to meditate harder. This is when you need to meditate more. And this is when you need to pull that white light down and get the information. And so I can share with you that last night I meditated and I pulled the white light down, and you will not believe what happened. I started to get glimpses of Atlantis, and I know I was in Atlantis in one of my past lives. And guess who else was there? Yep, my twin flame. So it was beautiful to see like little images, like little video clips in my vision as I was meditating. And I also brought a Lumerian quartz. So I think it's called like a Lumerian starseed or Lumerian quartz. But I bought a pink Lumerian crystal. And I just hold it, and how you know it's like the real thing is because on the sides of it, there are little barcodes. And when you see it, I don't know if you can see it like up close here, but when you get it in person, you're not going to see it on the camera, but you'll see barcodes. And this is what, they put into the crystals, this like messages for starseeds, light workers, those who were part of Atlantis, to understand the codes and information from that era. Okay, so you can Google that. The next card that came out is the Ace of Wands. So this represents the fire element, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And again, for all of us in the collective, Spirit is saying what you're expecting is greater than what you're expecting. So, here's this hand coming out of thin air from the divine, and they're gifting you something. And here's this wand, here's this abundance on it, right? We talk about the abundance leaves. And it's like you expected your life to turn out one way, but you're noticing as you follow your path, as you follow your purpose, it's better than what you even expected. And so, Spirit is saying, let go of the expectations and the outcomes, because what divine God source has for you or have for you is way beyond what you've ever imagined. All right. And I can attest to that. I will one day put a video up about my journey from beginning until now, and you guys will be amazed at the life. I'm young, but I can tell I have an old soul because I've been through it, right? So the next card out is Temperance. So this represents Sagittarius energy. So with this, we have the 10, we have the 5 yet again. So 10 talks about completions, 5 talks about endings, and 1's not too familiar with that yet. But I will get that information to you. 1's I don't see a lot. I only see like the big ones, like 10, 10, 5, 5, 7's, 9's, 8's, 3's, 4's, So here, and I see 111. And so with this is talking about you guys are getting in that energy, or we are getting in that energy where we are filling our own cup up and can pour it out. We've come to, that understanding that that love that we need, that we wanted to give others, we needed it ourselves. And so as we've been giving ourselves that divine love, that, spirit love, like from God, from source divine, and also being grateful for what we have, and grateful just for having this experience, and from spirit, it's like our lives are transforming right before our eyes. It's like the more you realize your worth, the more you love yourself, the more things just tend to open up for you, because you see, like, you can have, you can be, you can do anything, right? So for the overall energy, we got the Knight of Swords. This represents the air element, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And so with this, it's saying there's fast movement. There's not communication. And when I saw this, I smiled, because we all are like, you know what, God, just send down a kite, because, you got me on this like riddle chase, or this goose chase. And I'm just trying to figure out, if, where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do, what gifts I'm supposed to use. Can you just send me a kite? Or write me a note. You know what I mean? We've all been there, where I'm like, just send a kite, just tell me something. But this is for your growth, because you have to go through this to be able to stand against what we're being led to. We're all fighting the spiritual battle together. When you're sleeping, in the 5D, and you wake up and you're really exhausted, you've been out working, right? And so that's why it's important to have a dream journal. That's why it's important to write everything down that you remember from your visions, because it'll make sense later on or in the near future. But here it's saying, like, you're going through this spiritual awakening, you're going through this journey. There's not a lot of communication or talking about it unless you guys were communicating on the channel. But it's saying, like, you're coming through and you're fighting through everything. You're getting the information, you're getting the light codes and downloads, but no one's physically saying it. You're energetically communicating, if it makes sense. Okay? The next card out under here that really struck my attention is the Eight of Swords. So look, what did I say? I see threes, I see fives. Fives talks about changes. Threes represent the Ascended Masters, who I always call on. But here it talks about how this divine union, this divine, partnership, this person, this man is coming to cut away, their divine feminine out of this bondage, right? And we're moving the blindfold. And it's like, this could be interchangeable. This could be the divine feminine towards the divine masculine, however it resonates with you. But regardless, the overall energy is that you two are realizing that you are special to each other, that you have a specific journey with each other, that you are on a life path and purpose mission with each other. That is the number one important goal. Twin flames, divine feminine and divine masculine, you are brought together for your spiritual mission, for you to, awaken, understand, get on the right track with your life path and purpose. Your divine counterpart brings up everything that needed to be healed within you. And you see, as you go on your journey, how much stronger, how much braver, how much lighter you are as you shine your light. Okay? The cards that wanted to come out, what I tell you, 5. So we have the 5 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. But in this deck, the After Tarot, there's peace, there's unity, there's we can communicate, we can talk to each other, we can come to a fair understanding. And here in the After Tarot, there's no fighting, right? So I ask Spirit, show me the messages, show me the cards that's for the collective. Like, what energy are we in now as we're going through this, new moon in Gemini, these 4 planets going in retrograde? Like, help me communicate. Here, we're laying the burdens down. We're not carrying anything that doesn't belong to us. 10 talks about completions. And that's where we are. We're realizing all this time in my life, I look back, and everything that stressed me out, everything that blew my mind, or everything that made me want to crip walk across the kitchen, it, it had nothing to do with me. I'm not carrying another burden of someone else, right? And so, guys, if this is resonating with you, you can like, share, comments. We're helping each other. So don't be shy. Like in my, community, We don't have people of low vibration. We don't get negative comments. We don't entertain low vibration. So we're all there to support and help each other. All right, so let's dive into the Mystic Moon oracles for the divine masculine. Stuck came out again. This happened the day before yesterday. So they're no longer stuck. They're not in this energy anymore. And I hear some of you saying, thank you, Jesus, because they're always stuck or got to work through some issues. But again, this is where the divine masculine is. They're no longer in that stuck energy, or they're coming out of that stuck energy. Lessons. They are getting the lessons. They're getting the light codes. They're getting the downloads. They're seeing synchronicities. They're starting to see everything that you've told them about. Pride and ego. They're still fighting back and forth between the spiritual and the 3D, right? So the 5D and the 3D. And it's because, of course, when you're trained and it's in your mind of how things are supposed to be for so long, and then now you're realizing, oh no. So it's not just about religion. We've all been one thing, in a past life. That's how we have these different gifts. That's how we're connected to Egypt. That's how we're connected to Atlantis. That's how we're star seeds. So they're trying to break free from this, okay? The next card is cycles. They're going through the cycles. And again, this is very important. With this moon being in the background, a lot of us in the collective are connected to that moon energy. So watch how your energy is during certain cycles, okay? You have to watch that. Oh, I know what's going on. It's a waning moon. It's a waning moon. I got to maybe take the day off, for example. And when you wear certain crystals, they help you with the energy, right? So on my website, I have a service, crystal healing, right? And so, one of my past lives, I was in Atlantis. I would bring people to get healed, and the dolphins would bore crystals in the middle of their forehead. And again, my divine counterpart was there. So that's where my healing abilities come from, right? And so even with the crystals, it amplifies even more. So it's so beautiful. So some of you guys may be crystal healers as well. All right. So let's dive into the divine feminine spread. The first card out is nostalgia. So this came out in the reading the day before. With nostalgia, like divine feminine is like really thinking about like the past, and you know what? It's so different now because it's not about so much of, the deception part. It's like you'll think about that thought and then here comes that unconditional love to erase it all away. And so you're thinking about, what you could be, how things will be when you finally get into union. And that's okay. But remember, don't hold on to the expectations. You have to let go and let God, right? The next card is self-worth. So divine feminine is walking around like, I am the bomb. Like, I am all that in a bag of chips. Like, I am this, I am that. They're really realizing their self-worth. Whether he or she, the energies are interchangeable. The divine feminine is doing the work. Do you see how those hands are up? Like, yes, like, I am great. I am amazing. I am beautiful. Like, this is so important. And that's what divine feminine is focusing on. When this deception card came up, immediately, a lot of you guys, even myself, and you can comment if you agree, lately, as the shift's starting to take place in the retrogrades, you've been getting triggered. But the good thing is you haven't reacted to it, right? So in the past, you would get triggered and you will reach out to your divine masculine, like go off. Now it's like you acknowledge what you're thinking about and then you release it with love, right? And it's that some of us have been talking to our divine masculine, our divine counterpart as of late. And it's like, okay, is this person going to be the same way? Is my divine masculine going to come back with the same crap? Is my divine masculine realizing what we really are to each other? And so that's that energy. And so for me, I just tend to, stay mute. I'll say every other day, I'll say a little this or a little that, but I don't go too deep, So they will come around and you'll understand why it took so long. The next card out is communication. And so not only are you getting the light codes and downloads, but you're getting the communication finally now from your divine masculine. I'm going to stop right here. If you've had communication with your divine masculine over the last 2 weeks, comment below. So this is really amazing. And again, as you guys are communicating, remember to stay in that loving energy to help heal them. If you are a healer and you know how to use your hands, send them healing light. Help them themselves align their chakras. As you are, visioning them and you're doing the healing work, or if you have a picture of them, take your hand and work the chakras through their body. Energetically. Now the key is you need to ask permission from their higher self first. So before you even start, you just say, I'm asking for, I'm asking permission from my twin flames higher self if I can send you healing. If immediately you get no, don't do it, because you're connected, you're one soul. But if you get them joking around like, yeah, all right, this is, you guys are connecting energetically and telepathically. So that helps. And it's going to help them, to continue to heal. All right, let's dive into the overall energy. So the overall energy is inner child. And this isn't a coincidence, like we all are still working through the remnants of our inner child wounds. Divine masculine may still have a little bit more than what the divine feminine has. Take it how it resonates. But this is the overall energy, and this is what we've been trying to heal. And what I want you to do is I want you to vision yourself, seeing yourself at around 7. And I want you to walk over to yourself and give your 7-year-old you a beautiful hug, right? And watch how you feel inside, okay? The cards that wanted to show themselves: grief, settling. So that's, a little bit of energy floating around. Take it how it resonates. All right, so let's dive into the messages. So the first card that came out, strictly sexual. It says, this connection is passionate but not enduring. So for a lot of you, your divine masculine or divine feminine, because of how you're moving with this, with the connection now, and not trying to rush, not trying to force, not trying to open up show what you feel in your heart. You're just trying to be in that unconditional love energy. This is the energy that we're pulling, right? And so it says interference. It says an external party is intruding on this relationship. So again, you are all that in a bag of chips, and your divine masculine is all that in a bag of Skittles. So like, at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody trying to get in the way of your connection, whether it be, low vibrational entities, dark forces, whatever it may resonate with your situation. But unconditional love always wins. Light always wins. Okay? The next card is regret. It says, someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. And children. Says, children are important to this partnership. Okay? The overall energy. Wow, your cards are your cards. Twin flame. It says, this is a divine counterpart connection. And what do we have under this card? Hold your breath. Awakening. It says, both people in this connection are undergoing spiritual transformation. Say that. Your cards are your cards, guys. This is a beautiful reading. All right, let's dive into the Moonology spread. So the first card that came out is North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. So remember when I was talking to you guys earlier, and I was talking about how my mentor was like, no, you're going to do those Akashic Records readings. And yeah, we have to step out of our comfort zone. Even if we feel we're not, fully ready, even if we don't know where, something will end up, you have to step out of your comfort zone. And with this North Node, my North Node is in Leo. And so I know it deals with past life karma. What is your North Node? What sign is in your North Node? And that's how you tell what you need to work on during this lifetime. Isn't that amazing? All right. So the next card, it says you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. That is coming up. So new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. So Spirit is saying, like, stop worrying. Stop worrying about this connection. You guys will come together to do your work. However your contract is set up, that is how this connection will play out. And that's what, thank you, Spirit, that's what Akashic Records readings are for, right? If I hadn't gotten my Akashic Records or my past life, I would be clueless. I would still be thinking that I met somebody and just, I'm about to lose my mind, right? And so the next card is, hold on. Your hard work is paying off. And it is new moon in Capricorn. New moon in Capricorn. So by Capricorn season, you guys are going to see a huge difference from where you are now to where you are in Capricorn season for the new moon in Capricorn. And so your blessings are on the way. Everything that you've asked for is on the way. But remember, say what you want to see. If you don't want to see it, don't say it. All right? The overall energy. Let's dive into this. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So something very significant with December months, January months coming up for December 2020, January 2021. Okay? And so remember this, you guys got the energy to work with the moon. And if you want to know how to do that, or, I'll put that in our class session as well, but I will email you back if you want to know how to do it. So that way, you're stronger through these energies, right? All right, so let's dive into the wisdom of the Oracle deck. So the first card out for the collective, it says never ending story. And the number there is 37. 7 and 3 is 10. 7 and 3 is 10. Okay? And so that's number 37. I might need my flashlight, guys, so do not laugh at me because the letters they have are so small in this book. So never ending story. So I'll read the essential message for you. Okay. So it says self-criticism. Hold on. I got you. Because I'm going to be blind. Let me sit this down for a second. I can't wait to get my whole setup because... Okay. So, never-ending story. It says self-criticism. And then it says wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. Okay? Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. And so this is the first card that came out. And this is what we need to move away from. But with 3 and 7 being 10, we're completing those cycles. We're completing it. And for some of you, this is what you really need to work on to get through your cycle. Okay? The next card. See that? New life. And this is card number 39. 12. Break 12 down. 1 and 2, 3. Right? So what did I talk about? The Ascended Masters, new life, right? So this is card number 39. Hold on. Let me get it for you. 39. Yep. So we'll do the essential message. Okay. And so it says birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself, right? So birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. So you see how like your cards are your cards. And when I look at the clock, it says 10:44. Wow. I'm always seeing 44. So this is, again, amazing for you guys. It's okay if you have work to do. The more you do the work, the closer you are to your destiny, your goal, right? So I'm using the Lightworker Oracle, and the first card that came out for Divine Masculine. Let's turn this around. So this is 42, fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. Fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. Okay? Fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. And with the fifth ray of the intellectual knowledge, let's dive into that. That's 42, 4 and 2 is 6. So you guys know how I am. When I give you the numbers, you look it up in numerology or you look it up in the angel number. Okay? So I'll put this down and then I will read the card for you. Okay? So it says, the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge has come to you as a spiritual gift. You are being given the ability to find information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. You shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you are and need to know. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. Now, it's not a coincidence that that card came out for the Divine Masculine, because they are going to start realizing what they are, what they're meant to do with their life path and purpose. And even though you've tried to tell them Divine Feminine, they needed to see that on their own. Okay? And so for Divine Feminine, we got number 22, initiation by fire. Initiation by fire. Okay, so we'll go over 22. And this deck is really beautiful. You guys should get this deck just to read the booklet, because it's so much amazing, information in there. Okay, so here we go. Let me hold the card because I love holding the cards for you guys. So it says, initiation by fire is a life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of divine fire to clear and purify you inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. In letting go, you will gain so much more than you ever imagined. And this is what we were talking about earlier, remember? And then it says, opening to fresh blessings and new life. It says, you are like the phoenix ready to emerge from the holy flames, reborn. Okay? And so that's you, Divine Feminine. That is you. All right? So this is beautiful. If you have questions about this, guys, you can email me. The overall energy, number 20, 2 and 0 is 2, life path. So this is for Divine Masculine. This is for Divine Feminine. This is for the collective. This is the overall energy. We are all gearing up. And some of us are already started on our life path. Some of us are about to turn the ignition and get ready to, go on their life path. And some of you guys have been already in your mission and doing what you are called to do. Me, I've been, doing readings on YouTube for a year and a half, right? And it's not a coincidence, that it took off when I took a 6-month break, because, I needed more. I needed to understand. I needed to understand myself, right? And you can go back and see the videos where that break was. And I came back stronger than ever, knowing how to hone my gifts, knowing how to connect with others, not being afraid, more confident, more healing work done. Because how can I guide, how can I lead you if I'm all jacked up? And so that's why I tell my clients, I have to make sure that I'm aligned. When I do sessions in regards to those deep sessions like energy healing, past life readings, I make sure that I'm not even working that day, because I need to make sure that I am ready to deliver what it is that you need to receive from your session. Okay? So with 20, life path, let's look into that. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but I know you guys will want me to read it. So it says, Do you wonder about your divine life path and purpose? You have been enrolled in spiritual training. This training might be obvious in the form of a course you are undertaking or hidden in a life lesson that is currently triggering your healing. Okay, let me get the light because these words are so small. And then it says learning or growth. Whether it is obvious or not, successfully completing this training will empower you to fulfill your divine purpose this lifetime. Wow. It says further clarity will be revealed to you. The universe promises that you shall know what you need at the perfect time and in a way that you cannot miss. Man, I tell you, man, I love what we do, guys. I love what we do. All right. So, again, this is more clarity that you guys are on a journey. You guys are developing your spiritual gifts and you guys are here to change the world, right? My rainbow warriors. All right. So, for the work your light, the first card that came out when I asked, what are we meant to do? What are we, working on during this new moon in Gemini, during these four planets in retrograde? Again, come September, we're in May, June, July, August, September. When you get to September, you're going to look back and realize that you was on an express ride in regards to your spiritual growth and what you're doing for the world in regards to the new age of Aquarius and raising the vibration of the planet. So this is the card that came out, Keepers of the Light. Okay. And it says, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So a lot of you guys have your ancestors, even your ancestors if you were in Atlantis or if you were in Egypt, where that information is slowly starting to come back to you and you're starting to remember things and you're starting to remember things that are not of this lifetime, right? It was in your past lifetime. So you are the keepers of the light. You are the ones, we are the ones that are going to bring the change. And if you notice any environment that you go into, automatically the dynamic changes because your light shines on things that are low vibrational, things that aren't of right integrity, and it has to go. Okay, so the overall energy, what do we got? Take a break. It says, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill, right? So you don't want to burn yourself out. Your life path and your life purpose is tied to your what you're meant to do in the world. And that is what brings you fulfillment, abundance. What you're meant to do, you won't have to work at your other job. And I've told you guys this on the previous videos that I've done as of recent. You're not going to have to, because you're going to get to that point where you're so booked and busy. It's like, listen, I'm building a legacy for my kids, and for them to follow through the lineage, to keep the lineage strong, to not allow karma to interrupt our lineage anymore. We are, all of us who are watching now, we are the chain breakers. We are the ones who are healing our lineage. And that's why our ancestors are really helping us, in the background to make sure we succeed. Okay? So, with that being said, guys, that is your collective reading for the new moon in Gemini. I am sending you lots of love and light. Again, subscribe, share, follow. And if you'd like to book any of my services, the website information is in the description box. Love you guys. Talk to you later.